think not. This inn is more of an open air inn now. If you catch my drift, there's boulders everywhere in this place.
Yeah, so as she, you can see that she has a couple of these hand crossbows that are hanging off of her side, and
Whoa.
she reaches under the bed and grabs a robe, and she puts on her traveling robe and whatnot, and she, introduces herself as Kella Darkhope, and she tells you that there was an attack on Nightstone, unfortunately, and this is what Kella looks like.
Ooh, Butterface. All right.
What attacked? What attacked the town?
Well, it was some type of giant attack.
What? Giants?
Giant.
Yes, giants. Yes, you see these boulders that are everywhere throughout Nightstone. Well, there is
I
a
thought that was some sort of local attraction. I guess not.
no, there is a castle in the sky hovering far above Nightstone, and it kept moving and dropping these boulders. It had dropped so many boulders. They probably probably had, I would have to say, probably ran out of boulders, and then that was it. They left.
A flying. I'm trying to
castle?
understand. The flying castle
A castle
flew
that,
overhead
yes,
and dropped
yes,
boulders on the town, and then
yes.
just went about its way.
Probably cloud giants. If you know your history and your lore of the giants, some of them
Well,
do have castles that float on clouds.
Well,
And
I've seen a
this,
woman turn into a bird today. I'm apt to believe any sort of fantasy story.
that would explain the uniform crater marks in the around town.
Would it? Now, Rigby, okay.
Well, because it looks like they were dropped and not thrown. 'Cause if they were
Indeed.
thrown, they would roll and cause more
Yeah, the
damage.
craters were very uniform. I understand what you're getting at. Wow, Rigby, you've got quite the eye for investigation there, man.
yeah, and you can see as she puts on her robe, she kind of you see movement on her arm, and it looks like a sort of like a snake with wings
Well,
kind of flaps, and it's wrapped around her arm, and then it unwraps and goes under the cloak sleeve. You could see it kind of slither under her cloak sleeve.
what sort of foul beast is that, madam? Does it have you in its thrall?
It is no foul beast. It is my pet flying snake.
Oh, a flying snake. How cute. Can you turn into one of those, Gabby?
Sure she can. I'm sure she can.
Oh my god.
So, what happened to all the townsfolk here?
Well, that's what I'm not too sure of, because as soon as that was happening, I just wanted to hide. So that's what I did. I hid, and I heard people screaming. I heard people in pain. But I did see a lot of the residents of Nightstone run out.
How
Run
long
out of
ago was
Nightstone.
this?
This is a couple of days ago.
You've
2
been
days.
hiding under
This
that
is the
damn
second
bed
day.
for days, woman? You
Well,
must
of
be
course.
starving.
I'm a damsel in distress, and I could be hurt by any of those
Well,
vicious animals out there.
I'm no judge of
foul
age, but you're
beasts.
far from a damsel, madam.
Excuse
looks
me?
like-
I am a damsel in distress.
Kella, it looks like there was something in the
Yes.
middle of the town, right in the town square, I guess you could call it, that was ripped
Mhm.
out. Do you have any idea what that was?
Well, most certainly, it was an obelisk that was there.
Could you just-
It was just like it's a stone obelisk, and it's gone. The Nightstone is what all of the villagers called it. The Nightstone. I have no clue what type of bearing it had, but that's what the giants took. So there were etchings on this stone. Nobody knew what it meant, but it was sort of like a mysterious feature where Nightstone was kind of over the years built around this monolith, or this stone. And like I said, it was covered in runes and symbols and languages that nobody could read. A lot of scholars had traveled from all around the Sword Coast and Faerun to look at this, and they could never determine what it was.
Interesting.
Friends, I'm liking the sound of this. Ancient, mysterious obligus. Brave heroes from afar come to save the world. We have destinies here, friends. This is all starting to come together for me.
Obviously,
why did
it
the
was
Giants
important
want it?
enough to steal.
And
But why?
You know, the Giants have not warred with humans for many years. They don't trust the humans, but the humans have done nothing to them. And in fact, they're you know, the lore is, the stories go that King Hecatan, his wife, does usually hold meetings with the humans. So why would the Giants attack? King Hecatan probably would not permit this.
I have no idea about the politics of giants myself.
Maybe some group going rogue against their king.
I don't know. All I wanted to make sure was I didn't get flattened like a couple of the other residents here by one of these big boulders. So
Well, you're lucky you
had-
chose this room instead of the one next to it.
Yeah, we haven't seen many casualties though.
I
mean,
was
really.
in the other room, and I fled that room to come in here.
Do you know how long after this boulder attack the goblins came?
Oh, the goblins! They came. I saw them come in last night. You know, the drawbridge was down, so they just waltzed right in. I was surveying for survivors, and I found none. And as soon as I saw them and their torches getting closer, I didn't know if it was the elves of the forest to the west. I didn't know who it was. So I saw, you know, about a dozen torches, and, you know, I just didn't want to take a chance. I am a damsel in distress, as you know.
You
And
keep
I just-
emphasizing this damsel in distress, but you're the one shooting people in the chest with your crossbow, woman. Cut the act. Miss Keller, what will you do now?
I'm not
Well,
quite sure.
I was just traveling. I wanted to speak to the lady of the castle, but unfortunately, she has suffered an unfortunate fate, as one of the boulders had stricken her down while she was sleeping, unfortunately. So the guards say. You know, and the bridge is damaged. You know, we can't, you know, I was supposed to have conversations with her. Some business transactions were supposed to be had, and unfortunately, those business transactions will not go forward. So it just makes it easier for me. So I am going to, I am thinking of doing something, and maybe you could help me. Maybe you could help get the guards. Maybe you can help
Well,
get them
we
from the
have
castle.
some sort of scheme we're trying to concoct about how to make some sort of makeshift bridge to get
I
to
love
this castle.
schemes.
Oh, do you?
Oh, a scheme for a bridge. Oh, okay.
And woman, maybe you should talk to Rigby. He's the schemer amongst us.
She keeps saying damsel in distress too much, which is raising my suspicions.
Uh-oh.
Do I suspect she's hiding something from us?
Give me an investigation check as you're kind of giving her the once over, if you know what I mean. And she kind of gives you the once over as well. That's a hell of a roll, Rigby. So great, another one. Yeah. So yeah, it seems like she has a little bit of interest in you, and she's doing a couple of. I'll send you a tell.
Ooh,
I'm just
DM
gonna send a
passing
tell
notes. Uh-oh.
to him to kind of, and if he tells the party, he tells the party. So I tell this to Rigby.
Maybe I have to intimidate.
Okay. So she's carrying a conversation with you. She says, I came here for some business, and unfortunately, the lady, her name is Lady Velrosa Nounder, and unfortunately, she has
I've
suffered
heard that name.
the fate
Draven.
of.
Didn't you mention her name? Wasn't she the one that was supposed to be doing the goblin contracting work or something?
Yes, she was the one that was seeking help against the goblins.
Exactly. Well, that looks like that whole job is going
What's
to
happening?
belly up.
I've
Well-
never sent a private message to you, Dave. How do I do that?
You just do slash W space GM and then the space of the message. I think it's slash W space GM space message. Try it out with just test first before you to do it. So, yeah. As for Lady and her contracts, she kind of chuckles a little bit, Kella, and she says, I think the goblin problem has been taken care of. I'm sure the guards will probably compensate you. Maybe that's how you can get them to come down from the castle. Maybe if you help them construct this scheme or this bridge for them to come down from their
You seem
rooster's
awfully
nest.
keen on getting into this castle all of a sudden, woman.
No. It was just negotiations where I have interest in Nightstone.
No doubt. Well, join up with us then, if you will. Maybe you can help further our little scheme.
Well,
I don't trust this.
I do. You don't trust anything, Krusk. You're a murder hobo.
You seem to be quite handy with that crossbow. If there's any more goblins in here, you could probably pierce their hearts at a
I've
good
practiced a couple hours. Yes, I've hit a few targets and a few test dummies in my day.
distance. We've seen your work, woman.
Always aim for the middle of the chest is what I was taught.
Right.
My my father
always aim
told me
precisely
that.
for the heart, more like.
She just kind of chuckles a little bit.
Your bobs don't work against mine, woman. What say you, Rigby? Shall we bring her along?
Yeah, we need to figure out how to get in the castle first before
Oh, we tear
with
down
the
that
people in the
fence
castle
and
even
build
becomes
us
an
a
issue.
bridge, man. We've
There
got
are
Krusk here. He
poles.
can do all the heavy labor.
Remember, I did say there are poles that might help.
You strong lads, you have fun doing this. I'm going to hang out here and kind of have a little bit of rest and relaxation in my free room here.
Indeed, rest your
at the
weary
inn.
old bones, woman.
I will.
Very well. We found some food downstairs if you're interested, but I don't know if you're that desperate.
She kind of looks at Krusk and she says, "It looks like it was already found."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it
It's
was
got more
good.
slobber all over it now. Nobody wants that.
Have you eaten recently?
I've ate a few things. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you for offering, though.
Alright, we'll leave you here for now if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll
And,
just hang out here. Just let me know if you need any help, excluding the making of a bridge. I don't do bridges.
Okay. And well, toodaloo then, madam.
Toodaloo to you as well.
All right.
And she
Let's
just kind of
chat.
flops down on the bed and kicks her feet up on the edge of it.
Shall we investigate the rest of these houses before moving on, fellows?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Seems like 2 more large buildings at least, and a couple of smaller buildings that we may have missed.
Yeah, there's all kinds of towers. There's a couple of
there's towers and stuff.
graveyards.
Oh
There's
my
all
God.
kinds of farmsteads. Looks like probably small residences as well.
We may have to sleep at the inn before we finish our investigations.
You've
friends.
got quite a bit. And by this time, the sun is starting to set a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been a
I
very
noticing the
busy
sunset.
day.
Shall,
Before we even get
Shall
out
we
of
look
the inn,
on?
I suggest that we all
I do-
pop a squat on the remaining beds and have a night's sleep.
We already encountered 2 wargs. Do we want to risk facing them in the dark?
I for one do not. I don't want to face
I
them
would
in the
say-
light, to be honest with you.
if we're going to rest, I will take a watch first, and maybe later on one of you elves can do it, because I know you don't need that much rest as we do.
Very well, Chris. Just wake me up in 5 or 6 hours then.
Not metagaming that or anything. I love
Alright,
it.
are we going to take a rest here then?
Let's pop some squats. How many beds did we manage to find, Dave? I mean, I don't mind bunking up
There's
with Gabi,
enough.
but the rest of the... I'm not sleeping with Krusk by any stretch of the imagination.
There's enough beds. There's one in the disordered room. There's a couple. There's one down, on the ground floor, kind of in bad shape, and then there's a couple in each of the other rooms. So sure.
All right.
Yeah. You guys want to take a long rest for the night? Then?
Yeah, Krusk is
it's
going to
gotten
take the
dark.
first watch, so yeah.
So it's gotten dark. So it's about that time.
It is the sun sets over the horizon, and the moon starts to show itself.
How's that armpit of
the
yours
crowd.
doing, Draven? I noticed you staunched the bleeding somewhat.
Oh, by so the grace of my God, it is much better.
Oh, okay. All right. I take a look at it. It looks a bit infected to me, but yeah, I'm no doctor. I'm just going to let it slide. Draven says his God's got it. More power to him.
If everyone is staying upstairs, I can just do a watch on
On the stairway.
On the
Honestly,
stairs.
I think, yeah, 'cause I don't know if I trust this woman enough to be asleep around her with no one else awake.
Krusk is awake, woman. He
Well,
hears
that's
all.
why I'm preferring him to be either in the hallway or on the stairs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Krusk, just sleep in the...
Yep.
Just sit in the hallway, brother.
Yeah, I was going just
Axe at the ready in case this woman gets a mind to put us full of bolt holes.
I was just going to stand here on top on the top of the stairs,
Alright.
watching over everything. If there's someone in the hallway or coming up the stairs,
Don't doze off, Krusk.
I will make you awake before I will doze off.
Please do. Please do. I don't need much rest, but I do feel a bit peckish. I'm gonna eat a bit of my rations and I'm gonna lay down and stretch my weary bones. I've done a lot of work today saving you guys from imminent death.
Alright, so this is where we're going to end for today. Everybody, congratulations on level 2.
Ooh,
Also-
thank
Dun, 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 dun.
Everyone deduct 1 day worth of rations from your
Alright,
supply.
yeah.
And we will continue with the rest next time we meet next Sunday.